Senior officials from Ukraine and the United States have started holding talks in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, in an effort to find lasting peace in Ukraine. The Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky and U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio met separately with Saudi Arabia Crown Prince and Prime Minister Mohammed bin Salman Al Saud.
The only solution to this war is diplomacy and getting them to a table where that's possible. I think the French and the British have been very supportive along the way over the last week as well, and very helpful. So, we're hopeful we'll have good meetings tomorrow.
The U.S. is of the view that both Ukraine and Russia must be committed to reaching a consensus on ending the war.
We have to understand the Ukrainian position and just have a general idea of what concessions they'd be willing to make, because you're not going to get a ceasefire and an end of this war unless both sides make concessions. It's just obvious. We'll need to see, maybe we won't go into great detail. We're not going to be sitting in a room drawing lines on a map, but just get a general sense of what concessions are in the realm of the possible for them and what they would need in return, and then find out what the Russian position is in that regard, and that'll give us a pretty good assessment of how far apart we truly are.
Ukraine says it has always worked in a constructive manner to achieve reliable peace as soon as possible.
You see, we have to clearly understand that the ceasefire is not the goal of Ukraine. The goal of Ukraine is sustainable peace, and the deprival of Russia of the opportunity to attack Ukraine again any time in the future. So we have to establish that set up of circumstances and consequences, and also the mechanisms of accountability for the perpetrator, that the peace that we will agree on will be lasting and sustainable.
The parties involved in this crucial meeting are optimistic that a beneficial agreement will be reached. Bonolo Maribe, SABC News, Johannesburg.